My child, do not let your heart drown in fear. Even when the waters rose, even when the sirens screamed, even when the darkness swallowed the light, I was already there. I saw the ship before it sailed. I knew every face on board. I knew every heartbeat, every prayer, every moment of laughter before the terror, every whisper that pleaded, "Please, God, help us." I was there before the waves roared. I was in the hands of the rescuers, in the voice that cried, "Hold on! Stay with me! You're not alone, even in disaster. I do not abandon my children." When the ship tilted, I held hearts steady. When the wind howled, I whispered peace. When the world watched in horror, I was in the unseen places, rescuing, carrying, weeping with you. There are some storms you will not understand. There are questions deeper than oceans. Why did some survive? Why did others go home? But listen to me, child. Not one was forgotten. Not one was unloved. Not one was lost from my sight. I gathered each soul with tenderness. I comforted each one who passed from the waves into eternity. And for those who remain, broken, grieving, confused, I remained still. I wept with the children. I carried the mothers. I strengthened the fathers. I breathed my comfort over those who held on and those who let go. When you felt your hope drowning, when panic gripped your soul, that trembling in your chest, that was me, reminding you that even in chaos, I am the stillness. Do not let the noise of tragedy convince you I was absent. Your human eyes saw destruction, but my eternal eyes saw redemption rising. Through the broken wood, I was building bridges of grace. Through the ruined plans, I was revealing my presence. The ocean may take ships, but it cannot take souls from my grasp. I know the sorrow feels unending. I know your nights are now stained with memories. But child, lift your eyes, for I am the God who restores. I bring beauty from ashes, and even in salt water and smoke, I plant seeds of healing. When you close your eyes, I am the warmth around you. When you cry in the shower, I collect every tear. When you sit silently at night, I sit with you. The enemy wanted to use this for despair, but I am using it for revival. He hoped you'd curse me in the waves. Instead, you called my name. And child, I answered. I always do. You saw the boats coming. You heard the voices shouting. You felt the arms lifting the broken to safety. That was me. I was in the captain who stayed behind. I was in the divers who didn't give up. I was in the stranger who shared their life vest. I was in the medic who pressed down on a wound and whispered, "Stay with me. You matter." When systems failed, when plans collapsed, when it felt like the end, I showed up through human hands. That spark of hope you felt, the breath that returned, the light that flickered and didn't go out. I am that spark. I am that breath. I am that light. The headlines only tell part of the story. But in the spiritual realm, 1,000 miracles rose from that storm. Your survival is not random. It's divine. Your scars are not shameful. They're sacred. And now I ask you, tell your story. Someone needs to hear what I did for you. Speak of the light that found you in the waters. Speak of the peace that wrapped around you as you drifted. Speak of the strength that came from nowhere. It was never nowhere, child, it was me. You are not a victim of tragedy. You are a witness of my glory in the storm. When the cameras leave, when the world forgets, when your name fades from the news, I remain. I do not turn away. I do not abandon the broken. I do not walk away from shipwrecked hearts. I stay. I stay in the aftermath. I stay in the healing. I stay until you can walk again. And even then, I walk beside you. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are not alone. You are not unworthy. You were saved for a reason. You were held through the storm for a purpose. And now I will rebuild you, piece by piece, hope by hope, moment by moment. Let me in. Let me hold the grief. Let me walk you through the dark into light again. Because I am still God, even in disaster, even in loss, even when you don't understand. And I still love you, forever, completely, endlessly. I was there. I am here. And I will never leave you.